Nitto, King of the Hammers, powered by Optima Battery. We are live in Hammertown, USA. I'm Jim Holtis, and I'm very excited to be joined with Brittany Westhoff. We're excited. We got some really neat stuff coming on, and we're just about to kick it off.
Absolutely. We are super excited to be out here on the lake bed with all of you. For all of our fans at home, today we're bringing you the Smittybilt Everyman Challenge live here from Hammertown.
Well, yeah, we've got a couple different classes out here. We're doing a little bit of qualifying, like you said, for the Smittybilt Everyman Challenge. Trying to spit it out here, but yeah, what a beautiful day out here on the lake bed, and we're just about to kick it off.
Absolutely, we're out here. We can't wait to get the action started. For all of our fans here at home, you guys are missing out. It's a gorgeous day here on the lake bed, one of the warmest we've ever seen. So stay tuned. We're waiting for the first cars to get off the line, and we'll be bringing it to you live.
Yeah, it's really exciting to be down here and actually getting to smell the fuel, hearing these high horsepower machines getting ready to kick off, dust throughout the valley. And you talked about the great weather, and folks at home, if you're anywhere nearby, we have a whole week's worth of action. I suggest you really can come on down here and check it out yourself. Because being here live on the scene is definitely the place to be. But hey, at home, if you can't, we ask that you watch all the exciting action all week long. But we got some front row seats here, Brittany.
Yeah, we got the best seats in the house. Today we have the Legends and the Modified class going out to qualify, looking to see who's going to come out on top. We have the track today, the qualifying course, has been brought a little bit closer to Hammertown. That way we can bring all of the action here for the thousands and thousands of people that are actually here out on the lake bed. You guys are not going to want to miss this action.
More action coming up. The qualifying for the Smittybilt Everyman Challenge. One moment, we're going to toss it to break, but folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back.
Some say there's no need to reinvent the wheel. sure, unless you can make it better. All tires aren't created equal. The Nitto Ridge Grappler. Spiral round construction enables our truck tires to be aggressive and ride incredibly smooth. Our tread and sidewall designs deliver off-road performance for even the most demanding terrain, while computer-simulated tread design delivers a quiet and comfortable ride on the highway. The Ridge Grappler goes beyond expectations. Nitto Tire, fueled by enthusiasts.
We didn't just test the new Optima Yellow Top with Pure Flow technology, we tortured it. King of the Hammers is 181 battery-killing miles of relentless, unforgiving hellishness. It's one thing to call yourself the ultimate power source. It's another thing to prove it. The all-new Optima Yellow Top with Pure Flow technology with up to 3 times the battery life. Unsurpassed performance built to fit today's vehicles. Optima, the ultimate power source.
Hey truck and Jeep owners, trust the experts at 4-Wheel Parts Superstores. We're your #1 source for BF Goodrich tires, and our ASE certified technicians install everything we sell. 4-Wheel Parts has the best pricing and selection on tires, wheels, lift kits, accessories, and much more. Shop online or visit any one of our 87 North American locations. Find us now at 4wheelparts.com.
We know what we can do. Now, it's time for the world to see.
Here's to the defiant ones, the roughnecks, and the rogues who refuse to live by the laws of physics. Here's to the renegades who can go 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds, but wish they were doing it in 3. Here's to those who know gravity is there, but choose to flip it the bird.
All right, folks, welcome back to the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima Battery, and we're getting set here for the qualifying for the Smitty-Built Everyman Challenge. I'm Jim Holtis, joined by Brittany Westhoff, and we're just getting ready. All the cars are getting lined up here, and gosh, this is really exciting, Brittany. We've got over 80 vehicles. This is the first time ever qualifying these classes, but it's just gotten to be so much. That's what we're having to do. Pretty exciting.
Yeah, we can't wait to see if it's going to be a Rubicon Express with the quickest time or a Legend. You guys will see the first car that's going to take the course today and set that time is David Hartman in the 4874 Jimmy's car. So we can't wait to see how quick they can actually make the track today.
Yeah, that's right. And the 4500s, let's talk a little bit about the classes. These are vehicles that started with an original chassis. Could be, you know, a Jeep, a Toyota, what have you. And the Legends class are some of the cars that maybe used to run in the big Ultra 4 Unlimited category, maybe a few years old and don't have quite the budgets that some of these super teams have, but they're still badass cars and they're out here. And man, it's really exciting how they've grouped them together and created this qualifying event here on Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think, Jim? Do you think it's going to be a Rubicon Express or a Legend that's going to take that top time?
Man, it's too hard to tell. It's too hard to tell. I can't even go there yet. I mean, there's a lot of bad machines sitting right there ready to launch. And man, I think we're just a few minutes away. They're doing some tidy ups right here, but we're about to get it going here in Hammertown.
Yeah, you guys stay tuned all day. We'll be bringing you the action all day right here from Hammertown. You guys will see it live, and stay tuned at the end tonight, 4 o'clock. We'll have Power Hour, all your favorite racers that will take that last qualifying run, see if they can make it up top.
And I'm really excited. It's been a few years since I've gotten to come out here and work with you all here and great productions. And man, this is amazing how this Hammertown, USA grows every single year. So folks, if you have never been here and if there's any way you can get down here, come on down to Hammertown and check out exciting events happening all week leading up to the final King of the Hammers race on Friday.
And don't forget, those of you at home watching us live, get on ultra4racing.com, buy you guys some awesome merchandise. They're shipping it right here from the lake bed, which is pretty awesome. So you get, maybe they'll throw in some Hammertown dust for you.
Now, we go way back. We were here, well, you were here for the very first year. I was here the second official year, and a lot has changed in this valley in the time, and you never know what you're going to quite get each and every year. Sometimes it's been cold, super windy and rainy, and we got lucky so far out here. Beautiful conditions out here in Johnson Valley. You could just look at the rows and rows of pits and folks staying out here on the lake bed, and the excitement on their faces to get this thing kicked off, which we're hopefully just a few minutes away from doing here. Few last minute track preps.
Always got to keep that track prepped. And once again, we were telling you guys earlier that they brought the course, the qualifying course today, a little bit closer to Hammertown. That way we can really give these guys and all the fans a chance to get in on the action. Like Jim was saying earlier, these guys have never had their own qualifying day. So this is something brought to you new this year.
You know, and another great thing with this production crew, I mean, top notch, and more cameras are in this valley for this week of events than have ever been here. So you, the folks at home, are get to see all the different angles all throughout this valley. It's amazing what this whole crew is put together here. So.
Yeah, throughout the week we're gonna bring you guys live replays, something that's new to this year's coverage, which is awesome. They're gonna have helicopter coverage, tons of drones out there, so you guys got the best seat in the house for sure.
Yeah, some of that footage from the eye in the sky is just epic when they show them coming places where nothing else but something from the sky can see them, really. So. You know, Brittany, we've got some really exciting events coming on tonight. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to be able to see tonight under the lights. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, tonight's going to be the Holly EFI shootout, and you guys don't want to miss it. Check out some action from last year's race.
No, just for the race.
Just for this race.
Just for this race.
Folks, welcome back to Hammertown, USA. This is the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima Battery, and we're just getting ready to set off the qualifying for the Smitty Bit Everyman Challenge.
Right now, you're on the hard charger pole.
Okay. And is it anyone or only if they're running your stuff?
No, it's anybody. It's going to be whoever's the fastest qualifier at that point. So, like, if someone comes in, the first guy is going to be the fastest qualifier. So right now, he'll be on the he's got the XP hard charger award until someone knocks him off. Okay. And so if we can, when they come in, kind of explain it to them over the commentary or whatever, and then we like to hold one of the guys from the team here until somebody else.
Yeah, okay.
And one of the hats is 4,500, and one of them is 40.
Very cool.
Depends on when they get in here. So I don't know if there's anything that they could sit on or. Huh? You got any kind of
Okay, yeah, folks, sorry for the delay here. They are just out on the course having to make a couple changes out there. And we're just getting done making some final preparations out here. We apologize for the delay, but hopefully going to...
Speaking of merch, you guys saw these hats coming from KMC. We're shipping live from the Hammer, or from King of the Hammers, right here from the lake bed. Like I said earlier, they can even throw in some Hammertown dust for you. Get on ultra4racing.com and get your order out before... All of you guys online, watching online, just be patient with us. We have a little work going on. They want to bring an extra Jumbotron. That way all of our fans out here in Hammertown can get really up close to the action. So just hang in there with us, be patient, and we'll bring it to you live as soon as we get a green flag. The Jumbotron. Oh, right here. It's really dark when you look up. You can't see the Jumbotron. It's like just really dark.
Yeah. Same thing there, though, right?
You can see it, yeah, but you have to get really close to it.
These go, are we going to announce each person as they go? So we'll leave the camera and go over there with our list?
Maybe one of us should. I can. They're strapping in, helmets on, buckling up, seatbelts on.
All right, it looks like the course workers are finally getting it buttoned up down there, getting it set to go. We see the cars starting their engine, but hey, we're going to take a little break. Don't go anywhere. A lot more action to come right down here in the valley, Hammertown, USA.
We know what we can do. Now, it's time for the world to see.
Folks, welcome back to the 2018 Nitto King of the Hammers, powered by Optima Battery. Brittany, we are getting ready. We're going right now. They're just coming off the line. Who did we have launch off the line? Looks like David Hartman out of Grand Junction, Colorado in the 4874. He's part of the 4800 Legends class.
Yeah, he's in that Jimmy's 4x4. We saw him pulling up to the Nitto banner.
I talked to Jeremy.
Okay.
He said the fastest guys are going to probably be going like between 3 and 4.
It's going to be like power hour.
Yeah, so what we'll do is bring the fastest guys up in 4500 and 4800 at 3.
Yep.
And then as those fast guys go.
Perfect. Yeah, because power hour is at 4.
Is it at 4?
I believe it's at 4.
Okay, well, at least we'll do it, you know, have them come up at 3, and then that way. Yeah, as long as you guys can talk about it. So.
All right, you guys can see David Hartman out on course right now. Green flag, trying to set that fast time. Chase Rod in that Legends class right behind David.
Number 4870. Coming through the infield. Really cool how this short course takes off and all the folks can see it, all the action going on right here, as well as the Jumbotron and you folks watching from home.
Matt Murphy.
Looks like David Hartman is done with his qualifying bid here. Pulling off the course.
Are they supposed to come up here?
Looks like the number 5166 of Matt Murphy out of Jordan, Utah is the next car set to go off the line here. Looks like a few skipped. Chase Rod coming through, take the checkered flag.
Be sure you guys stay tuned all day. We have about 80 racers qualifying in today's race. Once again, this short course lap out here in Hammertown, right in the middle of all of everything. So if you guys are local, you can make it out here in an hour, 2 hours. This will still be going on when you guys get out here. So come on down, enjoy the beautiful day.
So Matt Murphy getting set to go, followed by Adam McGo from Marysville, Ohio. Qualifying is always so fun to watch. With such a deep field, I mean, you got to really go out there and make a statement for your start order here when it comes to the big race.
Yeah, you know, Jim, these guys only have a few minutes to set their race day. Everything, their entire race lies on today. How their start goes in just a few minutes.
Boy, look at them flying down the big rock section here. That pounds the vehicle so hard. What they put these cars through, it is amazing. You know, it's always the question, Brittany, of how hard you want to push it now for the qualifying order, but your car's got to stay together. They always say to finish first you must finish, right?
Exactly. They have to walk that fine line on where exactly they want to push it. They definitely have to get a good qualifying run, but like you said, how far are they going to push it in order to make it on Thursday? These guys are qualifying today, but their big race is Thursday. The Smitty-built Everyman Challenge. This is the biggest entry list that we've had ever in the 6 years of the EMC. So there's more racers out here than ever, which means more competition, right, Jim?
Right, absolutely. Over 80 cars, I mean, bringing qualifying into this event. Looks like the 4879 getting set to go. One of the G2 4800 Legends class. And away he goes.
How many miles is this? Copy.
It's hard to see. He just started or coming off now?
Go ahead. Is that right? Dan Fresh? So you guys will see coming up to take that green flag, a pretty cool story. Dan Fresh, first time ever racing King of the Hammers, but he's racing in a vehicle that has never lost an Everyman Challenge. You guys know this car well. Jessie Combs has raced this vehicle. She has brought this to across the finish line for her win. Can he do it? Can Dan Fresh bring home another win?
One of the Rubicon Express 4,500 class. So we look at the 4879 coming down the hill. Boulders of flying. Wow. So on this super short course, and what I believe is under a mile, not too far, I mean, they still get to experience some of the desert racing aspects, but you see coming over the big boulders and the rocks and sand, I mean, you've got a little bit of everything out there. And it looks like Dan Fresh is off the line. Looks like Chase Rod has the fastest time thus far, 2:17:43. Boy, look at Dan Fresh go. Looks like he's having a really fast run in this new hot rod. New to him anyways. The car's definitely used to it. This car is won under the previous 3 drivers. We'll have to see what Dan's time is.
No pressure for Dan Fresh.
Looks like Carl Langerhans out of Fredericksburg, Texas, and the 486 is coming up next. As we wait to see what Dan's time is. I don't know if it's tougher going uphill or downhill. Any preference?
You know, I have to say, after watching Dan Fresh and that car that's won this race so many times, I think that car can handle both.
Right?
And for our folks at home, the Rubicon Express 4500, don't forget that these cars can only have 1 shock per corner. So they are definitely have to work on their suspension setup and really getting through that rhythm section. Out here, they're definitely testing the desert. And also, like Jim said, going up and down these steep climbs.
Dan Fresh has the new fast time by 7 seconds. Wow. Get an official time here.
You guys will see Adam McCall looks like he had to take a stop out there on course. Might be having a little issues.
Well, it looks like he's back underway. We talked about that fine line and where he wanted to push it, but it looks like it might have just been a short hiccup. Back underway. Might still be fighting something out there. Whether it's a problem or if he was just trying to shift into four-wheel drive before he heads up the hill in the rocks. It's not always an easy transition with the transfer case getting it locked into four-wheel drive, so sometimes they'll fight that for a couple seconds. Seems to be moving now, though. Circling back through the infield. And it looks like that car finished well.
Chris Ashton trying to make his way through the course right now.
Yeah. So it does look like that little hiccup definitely cost Adam McGaw a little bit on the time. About 30 seconds short, so every little bit counts out there. So. Jeremy Palmer getting set to go. Jeremy is underway. That's the number 4567 that you'll see on your screen now. Jeremy, any other part of the Rubicon Express 4500 class? Waiting under the Nitto tire is Pat Beckwith out of Las Vegas, Nevada in the 4810 machine. He'll be up there taking the green flag next. As Chris Ashton pulls off the course after its qualifying bid, wait for his official time. Oh, and we have someone, another little delay getting up the hill, but back underway. That's Jeremy Palmer, definitely having some problems making it up the hill. He's on his way back down now.
Local boy from Beaumont, California. He gets all the time in the world to come out here and play in these rocks, huh, Jim?
Seth Van Dyke and the 48-38 is underway. Comes flying off the line. Seth Van Dyke making some pretty short time out of that uphill section. Be interesting to see. Looks like he has a good time coming.
That top team to beat, Dan Fresh, with a 2:10 and some change. His run's looking pretty clean. I don't know, you might have him. These guys are having a lot of fun in this infield section. They've never had the opportunity to come out and run this infield on their own day, their own separate qualifiers. So this is really exciting for them.
Steve Lopez out of Antioch, California, getting set in the 48-86, sitting on deck, getting ready for his qualifier.
Van Dyke just come across the finish line. You guys saw he was charging hard in that infield, jumping across those jumps, and he is your new fastest time out here. His first time out here ever to King of the Hammers. He's never been out here. Dan Fresh has never been out here.
The new guys are laying it down.
Up next, you guys are going to see your first lady taking the green flag, Sarah Amaral.
Sarah will be taking off here shortly in the 45-38 machine, sitting under the Nitto tire, getting ready to go.
Qualifiers in each class, just mention that hard charger deal. Yeah, absolutely. Of course, brother. Yeah.
Now remember, Brittany, the fastest qualifiers are get one of these awesome hard charger hats sitting right here. Got a couple of them here on the deck.
Yeah, so right now, the newbies taking home the hard charger award
So
as
far,
of right
right?
now. But don't forget, we do have a lot of qualifying
Only
left to
about
go.
50 more to go.
We actually lost our monitor up here too a few minutes ago.
I know it's a work in progress, but I just said KFC XD.
And you're not bringing them up.
Huh?
So you just want to do that later, like at 3 or 4?
Yeah, we're gonna like have sit up there the fastest one at that point, but just like you know, we're gonna have fast qualifier, or if it changes, say I'll do leader for the KFC XD hard charger.
Thank you.
And we're paying their entry fee whoever gets them the other day. Thanks.
So the KMC XD Hard Charger Award, they're also going to be paying their entry fee, so that's a pretty cool aspect too, you know?
Yeah, you have to remember that these guys racing today or qualifying today for Thursday's race, a lot of them do it on their own dime, so that is going to be really, really great for the fast qualifier here today. Thanks, KMC.
Keith Koenig out of Eugene, Oregon, getting ready to go off on the 45-21 is the first car on deck. You see Eric Wicks hauling the mail there. Now headed up the rock section. Out of Truckee, California. See what Sarah's time going to lay down.
Pretty nice to see that these drivers are not having too much trouble with this qualifying course. Seems like they're putting on pretty solid runs. What do you think, Jim? Are they pushing it enough?
Especially the young guns. Eric Wicks coming off the course. We'll have to see what his time is. Looks like Mike Johnson out of Placentia, California out there in the number 43, just off the line. Some nice air coming in towards the finish line there. Nice. Steve Lopez coming back inside. Looks like he had a pretty good time going on.
So for all of you guys out here in Hammertown wondering what kind of times these guys are running, if you guys can't see, our top times are 2:09, 2:10, and 2:17, with some of the runs coming in at 2:50. So, you know, all within a minute, but we have a long way to go.
So, Brittany, our first lady's out there on the course, Sarah Amaral, and we'll have to see if she's going to be one of them, huh? Mike Johnson with a time of 3:04.53 coming in. As she heads back down the hill, wow, pretty good clip coming back in the, heading to the infields. Our next car comes off the line. Big air off the start line. Here comes Sarah coming around the final corner.
So Sarah putting down a 2-minute and 53-second lap time, right up there with the rest of the guys.
Well done, well done. The 48-17 of Jason Fish out of Littleton, Colorado is the next one on deck.
Justin Bodewitz in that G2 4800 Legends class, putting down a 7th place finish after his qualifying run, top 10 for him.
Definitely a nice solid run.
Chance Holman getting ready to take his shot at the KMC XD Hard Charger Award.
Ooh, look at that. Brittany skying it back into the infield.
Jim, the anticipation on that start line as these guys wait to get that checkered, or sorry, that green flag. What do you think is going through their head right now?
Or they'll hold you up, they're just ready to go. So it looks like we've got Chance Holman looking to come off the line next. That's the 48-32 out of Lake Tapps, Washington. It's always interesting to see where everyone's from, local, far away, national, international. It's crazy how far they come. Looks like they're taking this time to water the course down a little bit, cut down on the dust, and tidy it up just a little bit. So wasn't sure exactly what was going on, but that is what is happening.
Track prep is so important in making sure that each and every racer gets the same chance at the same course.
All right, if you want to take a look at the leaderboard, looks like we're going to bring in the current standings from the top 10 times thus far. So that's what it looks like so far, folks, as we wait for the track prep. Just a few moments here, and we'll get back to the next qualifier in line.
We're out here in Hammertown, and we got Seth over here that wandered over to check on his time. Seth, it looks like you're still holding the top time, so tell us a little bit about your qualifying run out there.
Oh, it went pretty smooth. I was holding it together pretty good. Could have pushed it a little harder, but I mean, it's such a new car to me. Just out here trying to figure it out.
Tell us about your journey. Where are you from? What did it take to get you out here? This is your first time in the Hammers. What do you think?
I've co-drove with Waterbury for a few races, and I just got my new car, and I'm just above Sacramento. That's where I'm from. Yep.
Perfect. Well, thank you for taking time with us, and good luck in the big race. I just sat in a huge pile of water.
Get another look at those top 10 times, folks, up on your screen right now. Standings thus far. Well, we've got a lot more cars here to go this afternoon, Brittany, so still wide open We talked about that fine line, and you talked to Seth right there, and he said he could have pushed a little harder, but, you know, he wants to come back and race, so. And we're back underway. John Matthews will be the next car off the line here in just a moment. .48.32 of Chance Holloman on the course right now. Coming up the steep rock section. Whoa. Making some pretty good time there. Looked like he slowed down for just a second, but he's heading down the big downhill rock section now.
John Matthews with that green flag. Hitting the infield. Let's see how he goes off this first jump.
Looks like Chance Holloman coming down after his last right-hander into the infield here to take the checkered flag. .31271 the time for Chance Holloman. In the top 20 with a whole bunch of cars left to go.
Matt Long in the infield in that 4896 G2 4800 Legends class.
John Matthews looks like he's got a pretty fast time going. He's coming down the hill, ripping into the infield. Definitely letting it all hang out. He's got a nice solid run there. Nice good look of Matt Long coming up the rocks, boulder section. .226.17 is the time for John Matthews. Unofficially, that puts him in about 6th place, looks like. Wow, nice job.
Brian Cross going for it. Brian in that 45-15, out here taking his shot. Jim, this course gives them a little bit of every single element that they're going to hit come race day. We got some fast desert section, short course, rocks, sand, you name it, they have to conquer it.
Okay, Brittany, we're getting some fast-looking times out here. That was another one right there that looked like a good shot. We'll have to see what his official times come through. Looks like Jason Fish is coming up next. .23355 was Matt Long, who just finished. Currently sitting in 12th, just outside the top 10.
These guys are having a little fun in that short course. .21097 for Brian Crofts, unofficially 3rd. Wow, great looking time. Definitely looks fast out there. John Lay finishing up his qualifying run.
Out of Escondido, California.
Your hometown.
Almost. .227.24, the official time for Jason Fish. Unofficially sitting in 9th right now.
So if you guys are just tuning in, we are qualifying for the Smittybilt Everyman Challenge. We have the G2 4800 Legends and the Rubicon Express 4500s qualifying all day today. As we mentioned before, we have over 80 racers qualifying today. Their first ever time having their own day to qualify, giving them a good race come Thursday. We can't wait to watch the action.
2:11.17, I believe it was, for John Lay. Unofficially sits in 4th.
Giving it a real go up that hard line.
Carl Knack on the 4816 machine getting ready to take the green flag. Been seeing some fast times creeping up the board here. Carl is underway.
Although come race day, these two classes will start as they qualify. They will not be separated for their classes. So the G2 4800 Legends and the Rubicon Express 4500s will be combined. As we sit right now, it looks like Seth Van Dyke holds the fastest time for that G2 4800 Legends class, going for that hard charger.
Will it hold? That's the question. Wow, Carl Knack kind of pounding it pretty hard down the direction. As the next car underway is Adam Arsenault, car number 4503. Here comes Carl Knack down the final downhill. Looks like he's got a pretty good time going on. The 4653 of Andrew Gorman. I'm sorry, the 4853 of Andrew Gorman off the line. As Adam Arsenault makes his way back down the hill towards the infield. Whoa, and he gets big air off that final jump. Wow. Andrew Gorman looking good through the desert section as he heads up through the rocks. And it looks like he made pretty good work of that uphill. Michael Keisling in the 48-48 off the line. Out of Dumas, Texas. Andrew Gorman finishing off what looks like a pretty good qualifying time from here. Have to see what the clock says. Rick Lavezzo from Sacramento, California. Car number 4837 is off the line.
Rick Lavezzo coming down that last hill, making his way into the infield. Hopefully the 4824 of Sean Leonardi can get their car fixed. It looks like as they pulled up to the green flag, they had to pull off and both co-driver and driver got out of the vehicle, and they're working on it right now in the infield.
Rick Lavezzo gets done with his qualifying bid. We'll have to wait for his time.
You guys can see Matthew Young taking his chance at today's qualifying run. And for all of you at home, once again, we're qualifying today for Thursday's Smittybilt Everyman Challenge. Tune back in to see where these guys can place. Henry Windsor, 4827, with that green flag. One of the biggest feats for Thursday's race is just to finish this race. Crossing that checkered flag is such a feat in itself. So just being able to come out here and take the green flag to qualify and then go on and make that main race, that's something to put on the bucket list, right, Jim?
What an accomplishment. I mean, really.
I know we've heard from some of the big racers before, but even Eric Miller has said this was the harder race to finish than the big race come Friday.
Henry Windsor looking like he's got a pretty solid run going on right now. Heading back down to the infield. Got the next car off the line.
You guys are watching George Evans make his way up through that qualifying run.
Out of Newport Beach, California. Came from the beach all the way into the desert land here.
It'll do, thank you.
Better than nothing.
Yes.
Move it as you need.
$48.98, Arturo Soria.
Donald Trump tweets, congratulations, George, on your little red Super Bowl this year. He love it. Go fuck yourself.
That isn't real, is it? 48. As Mike Stokes, car number 4815, getting ready to take the green flag, while Arturo Soria finishes up his qualifier. Evans pulling off. Arturo's Finishing up his qualifier. Car 4815 of Mike Stokes takes the green flag and is underway. That's why we didn't see Soria come off. He just DNF'd.
Yes. Yep. So it just keeps screwing down. It'll keep them in the starting order. It'll keep them in the starting order, but you can see the time of, and then the unofficial rank. And this is what will change based on this. Make it easier for you. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Yeah. So that's why it was like changing a little bit. We were a little delayed in responding. We were working with that.
So unfortunately, the number 4898 of Arturo Soria did not finish his qualifying run, so he'll have to start in the back of the pack to, come Thursday.
That explains why we never saw him come off the field? The 4876, little contact with the big boulder there.
Jonathan Terhune just taking that green flag in the number 890. Let's see if he can give anyone a run for his money.
Came a long way, Muncie, Indiana. I couldn't tell if he was the one that just had a little contact with that boulder out there, but that was some exciting stuff right there.
It's always exciting out here in Hammertown. We still have our new drivers, Seth Van Duke and Dan Fresh, sitting in those top two spots. We're about a quarter of the way through today's qualifying.
James Hubbard out there looking fast out of Orangevale, California. The 48-46 machine. Justin Hall in the number 13 is off the line.
So the number 890 who just ran, Jonathan Terhune, looks like he's going to be put up into 5th place after his run. 2 minutes, 11 seconds. Top 5 right there.
Nice. They're bringing it, I'm telling you. Look at this coming into the infield. Wow. Nice finish for the 48-46 of James Hubbard. Robbie Flandro off the line in the number 51 machine. Looks like Justin Hall's just a turn or two away.
Got a little battle for 5th place. We just got times for James Hubbard in that 48-46. He's now knocked into that 5th place spot, pushing Jonathan Terhune into 6th by just a couple tenths of a second.
Robbie Flandro out on course, in from Salt Lake City, Utah, the number 51. Chad Schoonover in the 822 is off the line.
Jim, we talked a little bit about it before, and you know, some of these guys just trying to get through this qualifying run. They spent weeks and months just trying to get their vehicles ready for qualifying for Thursday's big, huge race. What do you think? What do you think? Are they pushing it too far? Or are they not pushing it enough?
I don't think they're pushing it too far yet. You gotta push it somewhat. You gotta throttle down. So no, I think they're doing a great job out there so far. And like you said, there's a big battle forming in the top 5 and all the way up and down the board, and with a lot of cars yet to go. So I think it's good. Robbie Flandreau in the 51 coming off. As the next car gets staged, set to go, take the green flag. And that looks like Cody Ahlstrom from Vacaville, California, and the 4851 is underway. Pops a nice little wheelie coming up the boulder section. Once again, making pretty good work of that hill as he heads back down. Jody Ford in the 4860 underway. Skying it out of the infield.
Charging hard, coming in to push for those last couple inches across the finish line. Jody from Markle, Indiana, on that 4860. Jesse Lee coming off the line. The 4819 machine getting ready to take the green flag. You know, Jim, the Smittybilt Everyman Challenge is one of my favorite races because you see these guys and girls who maybe last year or 2 years ago, they were just sitting at home, just like our viewers out there today, watching these races on TV, and they got the itch, they went and built a truck, and they're out here taking the green flag today.
And who knows, maybe we'll see some of those people out here next year doing it themselves. We hope so. It gets bigger and bigger each year, which is why we have this qualifying session today with over 80 cars of these two different categories. Being the G2 4800 Legends and also the Rubicon Express 4500 class out here. But they'll start all together due to their qualifying order, so a lot to work for out here with 80 cars.
Yeah, this is actually the first year that these two classes will be intermingled. So it'll be interesting to see how the two classes will go head to head and see who really comes out on top after the big race.
Jesse Lee is underway.
There you go.
Wow. Back underway.
They're not going to let anything stop them.
Definitely an awesome, valuable time. Jesse Lee coming back down the hill, heading back towards the infield. So we get the next car on the line. .4578 of Paul Bickerton next to go. Out of Timnath, Colorado.
For all our viewers at home, just remember this is the G2 4800 Legends class combined with the Rubicon Express 4500 class, qualifying for the Smittybilt Everyman Challenge that will take place Thursday, February.
All the folks at home at ultra4racing.com. Check out all week long on the phone. Paul Bickerton, you're taking a look at right now. Looking pretty fast out there as he heads up the rock section. Dennis Lapp is off the line, the 4840 machine. Out of Kennewick, Washington. Paul Bickerton coming into the final right-hander. Look pretty solid out there. Scott Morris out of Simi Valley, California. The 4868 is underway. Whoa, coming in hot. Moore's looking really smooth up and down the hill. Anthony Ariola on the 4861. Getting set to go.
Looks like that's a bomber chassis. Randy Slauson, former king of the Hammers. I think he knows where the gas pedal is.
Apparently.
Speaking of bomber chassis, you guys all have heard the name Randy Slauson. He's been here since the very first King of the Hammers. He's no newbie out here.
Not afraid to hit the gas downhill either.
That's how you do it.
Anthony comes back in, looks like a good time. Wait for the official. Wow.
That bomber chassis putting down a solid run, 2:17.49, putting Anthony Areola in 10th place.
10th place. Nice work, guys. Fucking ain't right. That's awesome. Solid.
Good job.
Thank you so very much. What's fast time?
All right, we have a new fast time, 2 minutes. 93, sorry, 2 minutes, 2.00.93. That's Kent Foltz. Kent Foltz putting it in first place. That's your new leader. 2 minutes.
So that bumps us to 11.
Yes.
What's the overall?
So that fast time for Kent coming all the way from Pacific, Missouri to do it.
Can you tell me 48.40 where they're at? 48.40.
9th place.
9th place.
2:16.51.
4.517 of Jesse Oliver about to come off the line. Going to take a look at that roll that happened earlier. All the way over, back on the wheels, and continues the rest of the qualifying. Great job. Way to stick with it. Jesse Oliver on course right now from White Lake, Michigan. See him keeping that course at great shape out there, the water. Hey, we want to thank everyone for tuning in. We're going to take a little break, but we'll be right back. We'll see you here in just a few.
PCI Race Radios, the leader in racing communications for over 40 years. PCI specializes in on-site sales and support at the races, traveling throughout the U.S. and Baja to offer the best in support for our customers. Whether you're in the rocks, desert, or sand, we've got you covered. For the best quality, service, and support, call us today or visit us on the web. We'll see you in the desert.
Conditions off the pavement are always changing, so why settle for a light bar that just turns on and off? The Rigid Adapt is a revolutionary new light bar that will automatically select from 8 beam patterns that range from a widespread 90-degree flood to a 15-degree spot based on your vehicle's speed. Try that with your knockoff light bar. A dash-mounted controller allows the user to toggle between adaptive mode, beam patterns, and RGBW accent lighting. With Adapt, it's easier than ever to own the night.
Steelite polyurethane coating has become the choice of leading off-road builders and race teams who recognize the coating's superior performance, protecting suspensions, chassis, and other metal parts that require a proven durable shield against corrosion. Steelite's weldability is a signature benefit that saves racing teams hours of repair time. Steelite provides remarkable performance, making it easier to get back out onto the race course. Use Steelite to protect your investment.
All right, folks, so welcome back. We're out here doing some qualifying here, getting ready to see who will be set for the Smitty-Built Everyman Challenge here. So we've got a couple different categories out here, the G2 4800 Legends and the Rubicon Express 4500s out here going together.
Absolutely, and we still have Kent Foltz in that top spot right now. He's vying for this KMC Hard Charger Award. Once again, if you guys are just tuning in, KMC is throwing down a Hard Charger Award for both Ultra 4 Class 4800, 4500. That's the G2 4800 Legends class. What these guys get, what do they get, Jim?
Man, they get their entry fees paid. And these bitchin' made, custom-made hats that we've got sitting up right here on the deck. So
Following Kent, Seth Van Dyke still holds that second place spot with Dan Fresh in third. For our friends at home who weren't able to make it out here to the Hammers, you're not in California, you're all over the nation, be sure to go to ultra4racing.com, order your apparel, be a part of Hammertown. You don't want to miss out.
All that stuff they see you walking around here, they can order it right from here.
We're shipping it right here from the lake bed. Hammertown dirt included.
Jim Widmeyer off the line of the number 207. Jim is out of Sellens Grove, Pennsylvania. Another long haul to get out here. Just goes to show you the time, the prep, I mean, the distance and the support that they have to bring to come out here to make this happen. So when they go out there and they qualify, I mean, it's all on the line. So like you said, when you want to be up first, you also want to still keep that rig together. So. Shot of Jim coming up the hillside in the 207. Who, if you're not sure by the number of the 207, he is part of the G2 4800 Legends class.
We've got 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
If anybody shows up that has missed their slot in 15 minutes, they can run.
Gotcha.
Or anybody like the one that broke the belt, if you can get it fixed back in 15 minutes. And then we're going to start 15 minutes for the power hour. Okay. They can run again if they need to. If they don't, that's their chance qualifying out.
Gotcha, got it. Cool, appreciate it.
Jim comes in and takes the checkered flag. And I think that's Christian Hamilton out there. Yep, that is Christian Hamilton out of Kemaw, Texas. The 4586 car. Another G2 4800 Legend class.
Say that again? Cool, cool. I might put this rig off for a few minutes. Yo, Joe. Can I hold this thing for a few seconds? What's that? Can I hold you this rig while I go take a pee? You gotta hold it. Hold this? Please. Oh, yeah. Hey, you got it? Yep. I'm just gonna be right back. I just gotta take a pee real fast. You know how to stand for this thing? Oh, I do. It's over there, though. Right on. I apologize. Let me. You're all good. Right back here. Yeah, there you go.
Christian Hamilton pulling off after his qualifier.
Program manager for a defense contract company. I just retired here. No, we build equipment, complex electronic equipment with software. Model landing systems for the big model landing systems for the jets on aircraft carriers. Yeah, you think those Top Guns will land in those ships? No. Really? We bring them in. Really? Yeah. That's it? Yeah. That's pretty amazing. Check shit. Yeah. The radar system. But you retired? Yeah, I retired. Rubicon listed a program building film scanners to prolong the life of film. And it worked for quite a while. And the motion picture industry was the last industry to use film. And Kodak kind of died. And I went and worked for Panavision for a couple of years and helped them bring out their Genesis camera, which was the first. It finally had a color performance the same as film. And the film guys went, that's the one that stuck the stake in the heart of motion picture film.
All right, well, we're going to take a look at the top 10 standings, starting off with the Rubicon Express 4500 class. As you can see, there's some really close, especially at the top two, between Brian Crofts and our fastest qualifier through, the number 88 of Dan Fresh.
Next up, we're going to take a look at the G2 4800 Legends top 10 qualifiers. Fastest time, 2 minutes. Ken Foltz, followed by Seth Van Dyke and John Lay. Just remember, these two classes will be combined for Thursday's race, so they will not be separated based on their classes. They will run off of their fastest qualifying times.
So, Brittany, that's going to close it for now, but the next thing we got coming up is Power Hour Live, and that's going to be at 3 p.m. PST, right here live on the stage. So, yeah, a couple hours, and the folks can come on and check out the show. Once again, that's Power Hour Live at 3 p.m. PST. So, for all of us here, Jim Holtis and Brittany Westhoff, we'll see you guys just a little bit later at 3 o'clock for Power Hour. Thanks for watching. Right, but that's because we thought there was 2 sessions of this that went till 4, but then it's no, right, but this said qualifying and qualifying ending at 4, and then. No, that's a different race. The shootout is tonight. Oh, that's a different race. So what's Power Hour?
Power Hour is the top racers get to qualify. They save the best for last.
Okay.
We don't. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Sorry.
Tell us
They
anything
didn't give
but a
us that.
microphone.
Yeah, they had different announcers yesterday. We weren't here.
Well, fun announcing. Thank you. Not for this, though.
For everything. But not for that.
Not tonight.
No.
Tonight's
I just mean like
these 2
these
categories,
are the biggest
the
people,
best
like,
of these 2.
Yep, so